Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being the true name for Heavenly Father, Yahushai being named for His only begotten Son, the Lord ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. On your double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone, Tasha's truth and will well. So it takes the hope of life, personal truth, and all honesty and sincerity. It's Brother Yosap, country knows the spirit power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And this lesson is just going on to the new High Holy Week that we're in. This is called the Feast of the Tabernacles. It officially started yesterday at sunset. So we're currently in it, and it's supposed to end after 7 days. Okay, so you got till pretty much next Sunday to participate in the Feast of Tabernacles. Just going to read real quick a couple chapters in the Bible that talk about it. All right, and we know we're in the Feast of Tabernacles based off the lunar calendar. All in the lunar calendar is the Hebrew calendar. That's how we keep up on the high holidays throughout the year. All right, so let's basically just get right into it. It's a quick lesson. Let's see here. This is the book of Leviticus 23, verse 33. It says, Then Yahweh spake to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of the 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles, for 7 days to Yahweh. On the first day there shall be an holy convocation. You shall do no customary work on it. For 7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire to Yahweh. On the 8th day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall offer an offering made by fire to Yahweh. It is a sacred assembly, and you shall do no customary work in it or on it. All right, so basically the first day and the 8th day is treated like a Sabbath. All right. Also, you should serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai on those days, via doing the work. If you're a man of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you should be teaching the people about it, your family about it, your immediate family, that is. Basically edifying the body. All right, serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and prayer, fasting, things like that. All right, so it's a Sabbath, and the Sabbath is always supposed to be a day of rest. No work. So if you can bear it, if you have the ability to have the day off, go ahead, try to go for that. And really, the whole week you should try to participate in it. But going a little bit further here, it says, it is a sacred assembly. You shall do no customary work on it. Verse 37, these are the feasts of Yahweh, which you shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Offer an offering made by fire to Yahweh, a burnt offering and a grain offering, a sacrifice, drink offerings, everything on its day. Beside the Sabbath of Yahweh, beside your gifts, beside all your vows, and beside all your freewill offerings, which you give Yahweh. Okay, so there it is. All right. Let's see here. Read on a little bit further. Verse 39. Also on the 15th day of the 7th month, when you have gathered in the fruit of the land, you shall keep the feast of Yahweh for 7 days. And on the first day there shall be a Sabbath rest, and on the 8th day a Sabbath rest. And you shall take for yourselves on the first day fruit of beautiful trees, branches of palm trees, and boughs of leafy trees, and willows of the brook. You shall rejoice before Yahweh your God for 7 days. You shall keep it a feast to Yahweh for 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. You shall celebrate it in the 7th month. You shall dwell in booths for 7 days. All right, booths goes into tents. That's when you kind of humble yourself and brings you back into memory of when we got delivered out of Egypt. And how we had to travel, and when we were traveling, what were we sleeping in? We were sleeping in tents. We were on the go, sleeping in the wilderness. So, but it also is it's a time to remind or celebrate your deliverance. So you should really have a good time with it too. and enjoy it. We have some high holy days that are fun, and Feast of Tabernacles is one of them. But on specific time, when on the first day, it's supposed to be a solemn assembly, so it is supposed to be a serious time. The first part of it, and the eighth day, you're supposed to have a solemn assembly. Other than that, definitely enjoy it and try to at some point during this week make it a point to dwell in a tent if you can. It says, "You shall dwell in booths for 7 days. All who are native Israelites shall dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh your God." So that's the purpose. To remember that we had to sleep in tents. We had to live off the land. We had to survive in the wilderness when Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, delivered us out of Egypt. And he took care of us. He fed us. He gave us manna. So it's supposed to put you in remembrance of that time period. And give you a lot of appreciation for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and how he saved us. It says, "So Moses declared the children of Israel the feast of Yahweh." So there you go. So it's a solemn feast. You dwell in booths, you have food, things like that. Feast of the Tabernacles, all right? Now let's see here. I'll read another precept here. It's the book of Deuteronomy 16:13. Thou shalt observe the Feast of Tabernacles 7 days. After that thou hast gathered in thy corn and thy wine. And thou shalt rejoice in thy feast, thou and thy son and thy daughter and thy manservant and thy maidservant and the Levite, the stranger and the fatherless and the widow that are within thy gates. 7 days shalt thou keep a solemn feast unto Yahweh thy God in the place which Yahweh shall choose, because Yahweh thy God shall bless thee in all thy increase and all thy works of thy hands. Therefore thou shalt surely rejoice. So you should be very grateful. And also don't forget to have a solemn feast. That means a serious feast. Okay? 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before Yahweh thy God in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of the unleavened bread, in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tabernacles. And they shall not appear before Yahweh empty. All right, so this is pretty much that's it, man. In a nutshell, of the Feast of Tabernacles. Like I said, we're currently in it. So if you didn't know, now you know. And now you can kind of read these precepts that I share with you to kind of review it and figure out what you're supposed to do for it. Again, the chapters we covered was in Deuteronomy chapter 16. And we also went over into the book of Leviticus chapter 23. You start at verse 33, maybe you have to read down to 44. And that goes into the Feast of the Tabernacles. So Lord's will, this lesson is edifying. We'll close out. Give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honor to the elders, the apostles, great millstone, touch us truth of will. Citation, hopefully, pushing truth from all sincerity. Shalom.